I didn't feel like I was doing that poorly with it, but I guess I was. Now that's a good example of probe cutting, is that build, right? Like, he's just cutting to stay alive. The thing is, yeah. Why won't you mine? You see that? How many times I tell him to mine?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Anyways, you can take a command center against that type of play, but if Protoss just sits back, takes a third while going Observer, and goes into Arbiter, there are 0 weak points. Like, literally 0. You cannot do anything to them. So you just, they can basically force you into a macro game where you're a little bit behind.
Not enough minerals.
And yeah, it's kind of, I find that very frustrating to play. Because it's harder to hit your macro as Terran than it is as Protoss, so it's like, oh my god. I got a sub there, by the way, from Controller, thank you. And damn! Real Apotheosis. Gift and 20 subs, thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's true.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I read you.
I feel like I'm gonna have to figure out a way to practice against Nexus first, because I hit it kind of infrequently.
I read you. Job finished. I read you. Roger that. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Orders received. Job I read you. Orders received.
I'm not sure if I want to keep going for the Marine SCV rush, because for a while there I had a huge win rate with it.
SCV good to go, sir. Orders
Like I was winning almost every time.
I read you. Yes, sir. Roger that. Yes, sir.
And now I'm losing just about every time.
Not enough minerals.
Good to go, sir. Orders
Not
received.
enough minerals.
Yes,
Not
sir.
enough
Right away,
minerals.
sir. Job finished.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to be cross map, which means Vulture Wars, almost always.
Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Commander. Yes, sir. Orders
Unless he went CC first,
report for duty.
then I can't win the Vulture Wars, so it just never starts.
I read you.
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is.
Orders received. I read you. Reporting for duty. Standing by. SCV good to go, sir. Checked up and good to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Orders received. I read you. Give me something to shoot. Rocket. Orders down.
Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir.
Not enough
Reporting
minerals.
for duty. Right away, sir. Orders received. I read you. Roger that.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, so what we see right now
Give me something to shoot.
is no command.
Your forces are under
Right away,
attack.
sir. Yes, sir.
Add-on
Right away,
complete.
sir. Affirmative. I read you. Affirmative. Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Give me something to shoot. I read you. Standing by. Go, go, go. Yes, sir. Orders received. Right away, sir. Jacked up and good to go. I read you.
Not enough minerals.
I jacked up and SCV good to go, sir. Standing by. Go, go, go.
Something on your mind?
Finished. Yes, sir.
What do you want?
Jacked up and good to go.
Is that it?
I read you.
Something on your mind? I dig.
Reporting for duty.
Not enough
Reporting for
minerals.
duty. I read you.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
Something on
minerals.
your mind?
Not enough minerals.
I read you, sir.
Not enough minerals.
What do you want? I dig.
Job finished. Reporting
Not
for
enough
duty.
minerals.
What do you want?
Orders, Captain.
I read you, sir.
SCV good to go, sir.
Not enough
Orders
minerals.
received.
Oops.
Reporting for duty.
Not enough minerals.
I'm thinking so hard right now that I'm not transferring SCVs and shit. It's kind of funny.
SCV good to go, sir. I read you.
Your
What do you
forces are
want?
under attack.
I read you, sir.
Job finished.
Yeah? Oh, is that it? No problem.
SCV good to go, sir.
Oh, is that it? I dig.
Your forces are under
I
attack.
read you, sir. I dig.
Orders, Captain.
Yes, sir.
So I think what happened here was he built his command center on the high ground,
Yes, sir.
which is fine. You can do that.
Identify target. Delighted to,
Orders,
sir.
Captain.
It's not technically against the rules.
Destination. Delighted to, sir.
SCV good to go, sir.
Absolutely.
But now I've completely forfeited map control because of that.
Job reading. Reporting for duty. SCV good to go, sir.
Not enough minerals.
Yes,
Not
sir.
enough minerals.
Absolutely.
Your forces are under attack.
Wow, already Goliaths. Alright, so he thinks I'm going Wraith? That's bizarre. I don't know how you gotta read like that.
Yes, sir.
Orders, Captain. Orders received. Right away, sir. Reporting for
Not
duty.
enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir. Job finished.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. I can't build there.
Ready to roll out.
Reporting for duty.
Destination.
Job finished.
Proceeding. Standing by. Rock and roll. Destination. Checked up and good to go. Identify target. Checked up and good to go. Rock and roll. Destination. Yes, sir. Moving. Identify target.
Add-on
Identify
complete.
target.
Job
Yes,
finished.
sir.
Add-on
Delighted to,
complete.
sir. Destination. Moving.
Add-on complete.
Job finished. Yes, sir.
Identify target. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Job finished. Reporting for duty. Right away, sir. SCV good to go,
Identify
sir.
target. Identify
SCV good to
target.
go, sir.
Yes, sir. Orders, sir.
Oh yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here.
Destination. Absolutely.
Research complete.
Destination. Identify target. Identify
SCV good to
target.
go, sir. Finished.
What do you
Job
want?
finished.
I dig.
Orders, Captain.
Ready to roll out. Moving. Absolutely. Destination.
I read you. SCV good to go, sir.
Destination.
I read you. Orders, Captain.
Go ahead, Terran.
Yes, sir. Orders received. Orders, Captain. Affirmative. Orders received.
All right. Bring it on.
Not enough minerals.
Orders received.
Not enough minerals.
What do you want?
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Identify target. Ready
Reporting
to
for
roll
duty.
out.
Roger that.
Not enough
Okay,
minerals.
this is so weird. The fuck are you doing?
Job finished. Reporting for duty.
Not enough minerals.
Right. Bring it on. Target.
Go ahead,
Sir.
Terran.
Right away,
I
sir.
reach you, sir. Oh, is that it? Destination. Delighted to,
Reporting
sir.
for duty. Yes, sir.
Research
Reporting for
complete.
duty.
Something on your mind? I dig.
Not enough minerals.
Destination. I reach you, sir. Orders, sir.
SCV good to
Ready
go,
to
sir.
roll out. No problem.
Upgrade
Yeah.
complete.
Job
Ready
finished.
to roll out.
Reporting for
Not
duty.
enough minerals.
I read you.
Not enough
What do you
minerals.
want? Yeah? I reach you, sir. I reach you, sir. Something on your mind?
Job finished.
What do you
SCV
want?
good to go, sir.
Yeah, I'm going. No
SCV
problem.
good to go, sir.
I dig. I reach you, sir. Yeah, I'm going. I
Your
reach
forces are under
destination.
attack.
Proceeding. I dig. No problem.
Your forces are under
Is that
attack.
it? Oh, is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
bring it
sir.
on.
Roger that. Yes, sir.
Unacceptable
I
landing
reach
zone.
you, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much you want to bet he has the top, bottom left?
SCV good to go, sir.
Upgrade
Something on your
complete.
mind? Ready to roll. What do you want? Identify target. What do you want? Oh, is that it?
Okay, what is going on here?
Something on your mind?
Goliath online.
Is that
SCV
it?
good to go, sir.
Landing
Destination.
sequence interrupted.
Yes, sir.
Landing sequence
Something on your
interrupted.
mind? I dig. No problem.
Job finished. Orders, Captain.
Your
Job
forces are
finished.
under attack.
I reach you, sir. Something on your mind? Identify target.
Comlink online.
Identify target.
What is wrong with this guy?
Job good to go, sir.
Online.
Something on your mind? I reach you, sir.
Job finished.
Ready to roll out. Is that it? I reach you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Affirmative.
Your forces are under
Yes, sir.
attack.
Right away, sir.
I reach you, sir. Orders, sir. Absolutely. Something on your mind? What do you
Good to
want?
go, sir.
Insufficient phosphine gas.
I read you. Yes, sir. Roger that.
Upgrade
Roger
complete.
that.
Oh, is that it?
SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir.
Ready to roll
Roger
out.
that.
I reach you,
Your
sir.
forces are under attack.
SCV good to
Complete.
go, sir.
Destination? Something on your mind? Oh, is that it? Yeah, I'm going.
SCV good to go, sir.
I dig.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going.
Job finished.
Something on your
SCV
mind?
good to go, sir.
I dig. No problem. Oh, is that
SCV
it?
good to go, sir. Yes, sir. Orders, Captain.
Your forces
Can't
are under
read you.
attack.
Something's in the way. Yes, sir.
Ready to roll
I
out.
can't build that. Orders received. Yes, sir. Reporting for duty.
Yes, sir.
I can't
Move
build
it.
it. Something's in the way.
Identify target. Move it. Orders, sir. Proceeding. Destination. Orders,
SCV
sir.
good to go, sir.
Destination. Identify target. Delighted to, sir. Something on your mind? Orders, sir.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Orders, Captain.
Ready to
Reporting
roll
for
out.
duty. Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Yes, sir.
phosphine gas.
Proceeding.
Your forces are under attack.
No problem. Orders, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. Bring it on. Destination. Absolutely. Proceeding.
Acknowledge HQ.
Orders, sir.
Target designated.
Job finished.
Aircom
Yes,
on.
sir. Ready to roll out.
Your forces are under attack.
Yes, sir. Identify target. Destination. Moving. Absolutely. Proceeding.
Orders, Captain. Job finished. Reporting for duty. I can't build Orders received.
All right.
Reporting for
Bring it
duty.
on.
Job finished. I read you. Job finished.
Not enough
I
minerals.
read you, sir.
Job finished.
Ready to
SCV good to
roll
go,
out.
sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Identify target. Moving. Orders, sir. Bring it on. Proceeding. All right. Bring it on.
SCV good to go, sir.
sir. Yeah.
Job finished.
Yeah, I'm going.
I read you. Orders, Captain.
Something on your mind?
Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Orders
All
received.
right. Bring it on. Oh, is that it? Destination? Yes, sir.
Reporting for duty. I can't build there. Affirmative.
Yeah? Yes, sir. Something on your mind? Yes, sir. Something on your mind? Something on your mind?
Insufficient phosphine gas.
All right. Bring it on.
Add-on complete.
Ready to roll out.
Yes, sir.
Bring it
Job
on.
finished. I read you.
What do you want?
Add-on
Orders,
complete.
Captain.
Something on your mind?
Yes, sir. Job finished. Affirmative. Orders received. Job finished. Orders, Captain. I
All
read you.
right. Bring it on.
Roger that.
Yeah?
Landing sequence
Destination.
interrupted.
All right. Bring it on.
Your forces are under attack.
Orders, sir. Something on your mind?
Job Job's finished.
Orders, sir. I read you, sir. What do you want? Destination? What do you want? Yes, sir. All right.
Your forces are under attack.
Something on your mind? Orders, sir. Yeah, I'm proceeding. Yes, sir. Yeah. I read you, sir. Yeah. No problem. I did. Identify target. Proceed.
Your forces are under
Orders,
attack.
Captain. Reporting for duty.
Orders, sir. Something on your mind? No problem. Ready to roll out. Identify target destination. Something on your mind?
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah, I'm going. I read you, destination. Sir. Move it. Orders, sir.
Orders, Captain. I can't handle that.
Proceeding.
SCV good to go, sir.
Identify
This way.
target. Absolutely. Proceeding. Something on your mind?
Job's finished.
Destination. Oh, ready to
Your
roll out.
forces are under insufficient SPVOD.
Proceeding. What do you want? Destination. Orders, sir. Proceeding. Identify target. United to, sir.
This guy's a real fucking piece of work.
Captain.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. Bring it on. Proceeding. Absolutely. Identify target.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Goliath online.
Reporting for duty.
Upgrade complete.
Ready to roll out.
Reporting for duty.
Bring it on.
SCV good to go, sir.
Yes, sir.
I read you.
Yes, sir.
I
Absolutely.
read you. Roger that.
Destination.
Good to go, sir.
Orders, sir.
I read you.
Orders, sir.
Orders, Captain. Roger
Orders,
that.
sir. All right. Bring it on. Delighted to, sir.
Job's finished. SCV good to
Identify
go, sir.
target.
Orders, Captain. Roger
Yes,
that.
sir. Delighted to,
Bring
sir.
it on. Orders, Captain.
Yes, sir.
I can't build it.
Not
Something's in the
enough
way.
energy.
Yes, sir.
SCV good to go, sir.
Proceeding. I dig. Orders, sir. Identify target. Identify target.
SCV good to go, sir.
Yes, sir. Delighted to, sir.
SCV good to go, sir.
I read you, sir. Yeah, I'm going. Identify target. Identify target.
Job's
Ready
finished.
to roll out.
SCV good to go, sir.
Yes, sir.
I read you. I can't build there. Yes, sir. I read you. I read
Destination.
you. SCV
What
good
do
to
you
go,
want?
sir. Orders received.
Orders, sir. Absolutely.
Systems
I
functional.
read you, sir.
Go ahead.
Orders, sir.
Reporting for duty. Orders. Job's
Not
finished.
enough energy.
SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished.
Base is under attack.
Something on your mind? What do you want? Yeah?
Channel open.
Orders, Captain.
Go ahead.
What do you want?
Go ahead, Terran.
Destination? Identify target. Proceeding. Oh, is that it? Delighted to, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Ready to roll
Reporting for
out.
duty. Orders, Captain. Orders received.
Your forces are under attack.
Orders, Captain. Orders, Captain. Right away, sir. Orders received.
Your forces are under
SCV
attack.
good to go, sir.
Is that it?
Unacceptable landing
What do you
zone.
want?
I read you.
Something on your mind? Ready to roll out.
Job's
Absolutely.
finished.
I copy that.
Job's finished.
Hang on, we're in
Destination.
position.
Orders, sir.
I read you.
Destination. Identify target.
Orders, Captain. I
Your
read you.
forces are under
Job's
attack.
finished.
Yeah? Orders, sir. Destination.
SCV good to go, sir.
Identify target.
Upgrade complete.
Identify target. Something on your mind? Destination. Absolutely.
Oh, that's nice.
Proceeding. I read you, sir. Identify target. Yeah, I'm going. Destination.
Your forces are under
Identify
attack.
target. Identity to, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Something on your mind? Yes, sir. Orders, sir. Delatitude, sir. Proceeding. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Identify target. Absolutely. All right. Destination. Yes, sir. Ready to roll
Reporting
out.
for duty.
Identify
I read
target.
you. Right away, sir.
Identify target.
Orders,
Absolutely.
Captain.
Your forces are under attack.
I read you. Orders, Captain.
Yes, sir. Moving.
Orders received.
Destination. Yeah, I'm going. I dig. Proceeding. Ready to roll out. Absolutely.
Good to go,
Ready
sir.
to roll out. Ready to roll out. Absolutely. Destination.
Job finished.
All right. Bring it on.
Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir.
Destination. Delatitude, sir. Delatitude, sir. What do you want? Destination. Orders, sir. Yes, sir.
SCV good to go, sir. Orders, Captain.
Yes, sir. Bring it on. Absolutely, sir. Orders, sir. Proceed.
Upgrade
Something on
complete.
your mind? No problem. Yes,
Good to
sir.
go, sir.
Ready to roll
Yes,
out.
sir. Affirmative. Roger that.
Something on your
Orders,
mind?
Captain.
Destination? Yeah.
Job finished.
All right, sir.
Reporting for duty.
Destination? Identify
Your forces are under attack.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Absolutely.
Right away, sir.
Destination? Oh, is that it? Delatitude, sir. I reach it, sir.
Job finished. Affirmative.
Your forces are under attack.
Reporting in. Sector locked in.
Yeah? Yes, sir. Destination?
Reporting in. Reporting in. Standing by.
Ready to roll out. Something on your mind?
I read you. Orders, Captain. Yes, sir.
What do you
Go
want?
ahead, Commander. Transmit coordinates.
Research complete.
Ready to roll out. Identify target.
Orders, Captain.
Orders, sir. Destination? Absolutely.
Coordinates. Rate awaiting launch orders. Standing by. Sector locked in.
Job finished.
Transmit
Job
coordinates.
finished.
Ready to roll
Good to
out.
go, sir. Job finished.
Destination?
Roger. Coordinates received.
Job
Roger.
finished. Job finished.
Sector locked in. Roger.
Your forces are under attack.
Right away,
Go
sir.
ahead, Commander.
Job finished.
Your forces are under attack.
Standing by.
Moving.
Sector locked in.
Yes, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Go ahead,
Orders, sir. Delatitude,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Roger that.
Delatitude, sir.
I read can't field there. Reporting for duty. I can't field there. Orders received.
Base is under
Go
attack.
ahead, Commander.
SCV good to go, sir.
Not enough
Orders
minerals.
received.
Transmit coordinates.
Yes, sir.
Transmit coordinates. Roger.
Base is under attack.
Roger.
Yes, sir.
Job finished.
Something
Job
on your
finished, sir.
destination? Orders, sir.
Go ahead,
Ready to roll
Commander.
out. Yes,
Transmit
sir.
coordinates.
Destination?
Your forces are under attack.
Orders, sir. Identify target. What do you want? Yes, sir.
Upgrade
Destination? Orders,
complete.
sir. Moving.
Go ahead, Commander.
Destination? Yeah. I take your order. Is that it? Proceeding. Delatitude, sir.
Standing by. Transmit
Orders, sir.
coordinates.
Your forces are under attack.
Reporting in. Go ahead, Commander.
Moving.
Not enough
Destination?
minerals.
Destination? Identify target. Orders, sir.
I read you.
Identify target. Moving. Proceeding. Proceed. Identify target. Proceeding.
I read you. Right away, sir. Orders
Goliath
received.
online.
Right away, sir. Orders received. Affirmative.
Ready to roll at destination? Yes, sir.
Input
Destination.
coordinates. Buckle up.
Job finished.
Orders, sir.
Upgrade
Orders
complete.
received.
Not enough minerals.
Roger that. Affirmative.
Destination. Orders, sir.
Reporting for duty.
Destination. Identify target. Identify
I
target.
read you. Orders
Orders,
received.
sir. Move it.
Comlink online.
Orders, sir. Destination.
Systems
Destination.
functional.
Identify
Upgrade
target.
complete.
Systems
Identify
functional.
target.
Job finished.
Identify target.
Can I take
Not
your
enough
order?
minerals.
Job
Not
finished.
enough minerals.
Orders,
Systems
sir.
functional.
Not enough minerals.
Destination.
SCV
Buckle
good
up.
to go, sir.
Identify target.
Not enough
Go
minerals.
ahead, Cal.
Destination.
Systems functional.
Identify target.
Channel open. Confirmed.
Orders, sir.
SCV good to go,
Proceed.
sir.
Absolutely.
Input coordinates. In transit, HQ.
Identify target. Yes,
Destination.
sir. Orders,
Go
sir.
ahead, HQ. Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
HQ.
Reporting for duty. I can't feel affirmative.
Destination. I copy that. I'm listening. Input coordinates. I'm listening. In the 5.
Not enough energy.
Strap yourselves in, boys. Hang on. We're in for some chops. I copy that.
Job
In the
finished.
5.
Job
Strap
finished.
yourselves in, boys.
Your forces are under attack.
In transit, HQ.
That was my only Goliath
In the
dropship.
5.
Destination.
Go ahead, HQ.
Orders, sir.
Input coordinates.
That's frustrating.
Ready to roll out.
In the 5.
Orders, sir.
Hang on. We're in for some chops.
Your forces are under attack.
Greetings, Command.
I'm listening. In the 5. Hang on. We're in for some
I
chops.
read you. Roger that.
I'm
Affirmative.
listening.
That's so frustrating.
Orders, sir.
It just happens that my Goliath dropship is in the front there. That's really gross.
Input coordinates.
Destination.
Receiving headquarters.
Identify target.
Yes, sir.
Goliath
Orders,
online.
Captain.
Go ahead, HQ.
I read you, sir.
I read you.
Destination.
Reporting for duty.
Ready to roll
Affirmative.
out.
Yes, sir. Roger that. Orders
Input
received.
coordinates.
Destination.
Input coordinates.
Something on your mind? I dig.
Greetings, Command.
All right, bring it on.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Job finished. Receiving headquarters.
Well, this is going to be like a 2-hour game now because he just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to leave.
All right,
Orders
bring it on.
down.
It's so frustrating. All you have to do is press siege mode. Just rally and press siege mode, and the game doesn't ever have to end.
Target.
I read you.
Go
Receiving
ahead, HQ.
headquarters.
I copy that. Go ahead, HQ.
Ready to roll
Input
out.
coordinates. Go ahead, HQ. I copy that.
Yeah?
Go ahead, HQ.
What do you want?
Input coordinates.
Systems functional.
Yes, sir.
Input
Delighted to,
coordinates.
sir.
Greetings,
Go
Command.
ahead, HQ.
Add-on
I'm
complete.
listening. Destination. Go ahead, HQ.
Explorer
What do you
reporting.
want?
Online.
Upgrade
Go ahead,
complete.
HQ.
Transmit orders.
Something on your mind?
Go ahead, HQ.
Job receiving
Destination.
headquarters.
What do you want? No problem.
Orders,
Destination.
Captain.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm going.
Upgrade
Input
complete.
coordinates.
Have you
Go
on
ahead,
visual?
HQ.
I read you. Orders, Captain. Right away, sir. Affirmative.
What do
I'm
you
listening.
want?
Reporting for duty. Roger that. Orders, Captain.
Destination.
Identify target.
Go ahead,
Yes,
HQ.
sir.
Destination.
Transmit
Destination.
orders.
I'm listening.
Have you on
Destination.
visual?
Yes, sir. Delighted to,
Job
sir.
finished.
Absolutely.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Job's finished. I read you. I can't feel Job's finished. Right away, sir.
Destination. Delighted to, sir. Absolutely.
Orders, Captain. Yes, sir. Roger that.
Orders, sir.
Yes, sir. I read you. Orders, Captain. I read you. I can't feel the reporting for duty. Away. I read you. I can't feel there. Reporting for duty.
Your forces are under
Input
attack.
coordinates.
Affirmative, sir.
Destination.
Job finished.
Destination, buckle up.
Greetings, Command.
I'm
Receiving
listening.
headquarters.
Hang on, we're in for some
Receiving
job.
headquarters.
I'm listening. I got
Transmit
that.
orders.
In transit
Affirmative,
HQ.
sir.
In transit HQ.
Orders, sir.
Affirmative, sir.
Destination, moving.
Transmit orders.
Your forces are under attack.
That it?
We have you on visual.
Identify target. Is that it?
Your forces are under attack.
Destination, input
Receiving
coordinates.
headquarters.
Yeah.
I read you. Right away, sir.
Identify target.
We have you on visual.
Destination,
We have you on visual.
Reporting for duty.
Your
Orders, Captain.
forces are under attack.
Destination.
destination.
Receiving
Identify
headquarters.
I'm
target.
listening. Destination,
Receiving
I
headquarters.
read you. Reporting for duty. Orders received. Reporting for
Add-on
duty.
complete.
Identify target.
I'm listening.
Receiving headquarters.
I can't build there. Yes, sir. Job
Ready
ready.
to roll out.
Job finished. Reporting for duty. Orders received. Affirmative.
Input coordinates.
Transmit
Input
orders.
coordinates. Destination,
Greetings, Command.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir.
destination,
Receiving
input
headquarters.
coordinates.
Add-on
Identify
complete.
target.
Reporting for
Add-on
duty.
complete.
I'm listening.
Greetings,
Destination, traffic self
Affirmative,
report.
sir.
Destination. Absolutely.
Input
We have you
coordinates.
on visual.
I'm listening.
Receiving
Destination,
headquarters.
I'm
We
listening.
have you on visual. Affirmative, sir. Commencing.
In transit.
Greetings, Command.
Destination,
I read you. Affirmative.
Greetings, Command.
Orders, sir.
Orders, Captain. I read you.
Identify target. Proceeding.
Yes, sir. I read you. Orders received. Affirmative. Right away, sir.
Research complete.
Roger
Orders,
that.
sir. Absolutely.
Reporting for duty.
Yes, sir. Identify target. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Job finished.
Identify target. Identify target.
Battle cruiser
Reporting for duty.
operational.
Yes, sir. Job finished. Job finished. Affirmative.
Identify target. Proceeding.
Upgrade
Job
complete.
finished. Job finished. Yes, sir.
Identify
Job
target.
finished. Reporting for duty.
Destination.
Your
Identify
forces are
target.
under attack.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Destination. Yes, sir.
Upgrade complete.
Absolutely. Orders, sir. Proceeding. Identify
Input
target.
coordinates.
Destination.
I read
Absolutely.
you.
Not enough energy.
Identify target. Delighted to, sir. Destination. Yes, sir.
Not enough energy is under attack.
Let's roll.
Destination. Identify target.
Not
Orders,
enough
sir.
energy.
Yes, sir. Destination. Identify target. Absolutely.
Upgrade complete.
Destination.
I read you.
Absolutely.
Your forces are under
Yes,
attack.
sir. Absolutely.
Battle
Orders
cruiser
received.
operational.
Reporting for duty.
Destination. Yes, sir. Delighted to,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Identify target. Moving. Orders, delighted to, sir. Absolutely.
Reporting for duty.
Identify target.
Battle cruiser operational.
Yes, sir.
Job finished. Job finished. Yes, sir. Roger that.
Ready to roll
Orders,
out.
Captain. Yes, sir.
Destination.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Transmit orders.
Destination.
Hailing frequencies open.
Destination.
Orders, Captain. Job
Upgrade
received.
complete.
Have
Destination.
you on visual?
Destination.
Transmit orders.
Orders, sir. Delighted to, sir.
Job
Sir.
finished.
Affirmative, sir.
Set a frequencies open. Make it happen.
SCV good to go, sir.
Hailing frequencies open.
Identify target. Yes, sir. Delighted to,
Go ahead,
sir.
HQ. Buckle up.
Identify target. Destination. Identify target.
I read you.
Identify target.
Job's finished.
Yes, sir. Proceeding. Delighted to, sir. Identify target.
Orders, Captain.
Destination.
Reporting for duty.
Orders, sir. Identify target.
SC2 Ghost Killer, thanks for the sub. Hey man, crafting brings me a lot of joy. Thanks for streaming. Have a great new year. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate it. I guess this is January 31st where I am. Or not January 31st. December 31st. Damn. Oh, that game. I feel like I can't even remember what happened in that game. E-Mini, 29 months. Wow, your opponent seemed really good that game. Awesome, you squeeze that one out. What's up, buddy? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good holiday season down the road for me. Sorry I haven't seen you yet. I'll do it soon. Oh. What? What build is... So this is a terrible build. That's why I had to go for bunker, and I played very defensively, which gave him some map control. So look at this, right? So I got in, and I saw the third depot. Or did I see the third depot? No, what I saw was his command center hadn't started. That's what I saw this game. I saw a third depot the other game. So when you see the command center hasn't started... It's a cheese, because the command center starts within 5 seconds of each other, like, almost always. It's just the question is, did you build the extra marine or not? That's, like, it. Otherwise, it's an attack. Nixie says, GG, thanks for the 5 months of subs. So yeah, that was a really terrible opener from him. I thought he made the command center high ground. He just made it late. I got in, got a reasonable scout, killed his 2 marines, so that was good. But then he went right into Goliaths, which also doesn't really make sense. Like, look, he's going eBay. So this guy was just a super turtle, basically. So he went 2 Goliaths into 2 factory siege tank and range off of 3 or 4 vultures just laying some mines in some annoying places. Players like this, it's really hard to kill them. It's really, really difficult. That was such a bad location for him to siege up. Didn't make sense. And then he does this. Oh man, that's terrible too. I don't have anything spotting here. Because he made the 2 early Goliaths, which killed my floating barracks. Otherwise, sometimes I bring the floating barracks back to the center. And if I had seen that this was his setup, I could have played a lot differently. But I wasn't sure what was out there. I thought there would be more vultures, that's why I'm keeping a lot of units at home. Yeah, this is a pretty nonsensical way to play from him. Look at this, only 3 facts forever. For 150 years. See this? This is the antithesis of skill in TVT, is just setting up a siege line. He's just like, oh, I hope you don't trade well into me and then I win. What has he done this game? His build order was bad. He rallied siege tanks. He sieged siege tanks. That was it. That was basically all he did the entire game. Then he just made a bunch of dropships and flew around. This wasn't even good positioning. He should have had these up a little bit to deny this ramp. Oh my god. That's crazy how bad that is. Some miscontrol from me there. I don't like that positioning. So here I tried to break through. I didn't realize just how deep the tank line was, though. So I lost a lot of units there, and that kind of equalized. You see this? Look at that. I love that you can zoom out in Remastered. It's amazing. Look at this siege tank line. Again, it's the only thing he did, was just make tanks and make a line across the whole map. That's it. That's it. Look at his minerals. They're going up so high because he's not balancing mineral intake versus gas. This is why I was kind of starting to freak out and like make turrets and Goliaths, because I scan and I find only 3 factories still, which doesn't make sense. Meanwhile, I have a million bajillion facts, but this is so hard to break. I do end up breaking some pieces of it. When I win down this side, that's when I start to gain an advantage. Alright, I want to do a siege tank count real quick. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 14 tanks. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So he has 50% more siege tanks than me, but he has nothing else. Except, like, what, 4 Goliaths? He's building turrets. So, yeah. This was the most important part of the game for me. Clearing those tanks right there before he reinforced. Look at this guy. Jesus. Truthfully, I should have flooded this area. I think what I should have done, probably, is have my tanks sieged up, but I was trying to mass expand. But have my siege tanks massed up, and if I could have taken this, because he puts these few units up there in a second, I think. Yeah. And that's just kind of, it's hard to break that. He's got +2. It's really cost inefficient. I need a giant round of vultures plus tanks going up to clear that. But if I had cleared this out, I could have controlled this base. And I had a forward enough line, it was hard for him to control this base. Definitely could have played that better.